Real Madrid are going after Rodri. Could Man City's midfield anchor really be on the move? PSG suddenly crash the party and want to hijack Trent from Real Madrid, Greenwood to Liverpool. Can you even imagine that? And the biggest question, who replaces Ancelotti? Pérez already has the name on his desk. Let's push for 400 likes. And hey, even if we don't hit it, I'll keep making these videos for you. But the likes definitely make it more fun to dig through all these transfer rumors. Trent Alexander-Arnold leaving Liverpool? Yeah, it's this serious. The writing's on the wall. But the real question is, where's he going? Everyone thought it was Madrid. Classic Real move. Elite level right back, world-class passer, contract running down. It was all set up. Free transfer in the summer, talks since January. Madrid were the favourites, no doubt. They've been after him for months, trying to snap him up for free. Every sporting director's dream. Trent seemed down for it. 5-year deal reportedly on the table. Contact made. Conversations ongoing. He was ready to write a new chapter at the Bernabeu. And just when everyone started picturing Trent in that iconic white shirt, boom, PSG enters the chat. Out of nowhere. Last minute. Straight up chaos. And you're thinking, PSG, don't they already have like 3 right backs? Yeah, let's not go there. But here's the real point. It's free. A player of this caliber on the market for nothing. That's all PSG needed to hear. The Qatari owners saw it. Real Madrid circling. A superstar for free? They just couldn't resist. Now they're diving in. Cash up front, insane wages, massive bonuses, agent fees, the works. And suddenly we've got a proper war. Madrid versus PSG. For one of the most, let's say, polarizing, but ridiculously talented fullbacks in world football. Madrid means legacy. The Bernabeu, a shot at immortality. PSG, that's money, that's marketing, that's being the face of a billion-dollar project, like it or not. As for Liverpool, it's looking more and more like goodbye. Yeah, Reds fans won't want to hear it, but all signs point to a farewell, even if the club tries to hold on to him last minute. So now, here we are. Does he go to Real Madrid? Footballing greatness, legendary path? Or does he chase the PSG money and become the new poster boy of a franchise still chasing European credibility? This isn't just a transfer, it's a statement. And it's Trent's call to make. Who gets him? Who deserves him? This story just went from a smooth Real Madrid operation to a summer blockbuster. So, buckle up, because this is gonna get wild. And hey, if you think this saga's crazy, drop a like and hit subscribe. One click from you equals one step closer to seeing where Trent lands. Now tell me, where do you think he should go? Let's talk in the comments. Real Madrid are aiming straight at the heart of Manchester City. They want to snatch Rodri. Yeah, Rodri. The brain and engine of Guardiola's empire. The best holding midfielder on the planet. And Madrid are actually going for it. With Modric turning 40 in a few months, Florentino's flipping the switch again. Go big or go home. One legend leaves? Let's replace him with a Ballon d'Or worthy anchor. And no, we're not talking Messi. We're talking Rodri, the Spanish metronome who makes City. Here's the situation. Rodri's contract runs until 2027, but there's no sign of a new deal yet. Word is, City want to extend it to 2030. But Rodri's not rushing. Why? What's he waiting for? That's a lot of smoke for a guy who supposedly feels great in Manchester. But Madrid have their own cards to play. Friendship with Carvajal, national team bond, and let's not forget, a tempting way out of a club living under the FFP microscope. There's no morality in football anymore, only leverage. And here, it's all fair game. You watch, we dig. You want to support the grind? Smash that subscribe button. It's like Rodri in midfield. Looks minor, but without it, everything falls apart. And if City are really about to clean house this summer, Rodri might start thinking, maybe it's time to bounce. Real Madrid already said no to Zubimendi. No plan B. It's Rodri or bust. Word is, City are demanding between 100 million euros and 130 million euros, the kind of fee you pay for the world's finest transmission system. But here's the twist. Rodri's just now coming off a knee injury. And knees, not something you gamble on lightly. Madrid see that. They're watching closely. But still, they're making their move now. Maybe they fear the price will shoot up even higher, or he'll sign an extension and boom, gone. What's even juicier? Rodri came through Atletico. Yeah, Going to Real Madrid would be like Gerrard joining United. Okay, almost. But again, loyalty's dead. If you've got a shot to land Rodri, you take it. No hesitation. So now the question is, will Madrid actually go all the way? Or will it be another "we tried" story? And what about Rodri? Does he want to come home? But come on, imagine him next to Bellingham. That midfield would be illegal. Don't tell me you wouldn't want to see it. Sandro Tonali is back on the radar of Europe's elite. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester City, all keeping a close eye on a guy who barely had time to shake off the betting ban and already looks set to hop on the next big train. Yeah, that Tonali, the one who left Milan in the summer of 2023 chasing his Premier League dream with Newcastle. Then boom, out for nearly the whole season after that gambling scandal. But he's back now, like he never left. 50 games in, and his name's already splashed across the headlines again. Composure, control, stamina, the guy locks down midfield like a boss. Now here's the big question. Which giant's gonna take the first shot? City? They're clearly doing the math. Rumours say Kevin De Bruyne might be packing his bags, and the futures of Bernardo, Gundogan, Kovacic and Nunez are all up in the air. So yeah, they're on the hunt for their next midfield engine. They're eyeing Bruno Guimaraes, sure, but Tonali? He's grit, versatility, mentality. He'll win the ball back, then launch the next move. And honestly, he'd fit Guardiola's system like a glove. Then there's Real Madrid. Big gap opening there. Toni Kroos is gone. Modric is nearing the end, and while Camavinga and Tchouaméni are solid, they're not eternal. Pérez needs more than just a midfielder. He needs a leader. Someone who knows how to work and how to win. And Tonali's got it. Serie A experience, a warrior's mindset, and the ambition to match. And don't sleep on Barca. Hansi Flick's got his own ideas, and half measures aren't part of the plan. The midfield is key, and Tonali could be the missing piece. Especially when you realize that for 80 million euros, there aren't many proven midfielders on the market. But now comes the twist. Will Newcastle even let him go? They're holding on tight, like he's the cornerstone of something special they're building. 80 million euros is just the starting price, and even then, they're not too keen on selling. Thing is, Tonali himself, he might be ready to move. He knows the big boys are circling. He knows this comeback put him back on the map, but where does he go? Pep's City, Perez's Madrid, or under Hansi Flick's wing in Barcelona? Seriously, who pulls the trigger first? Who takes a chance on a player with baggage but insane upside? Would you take that risk? Is Carlo packing his bags already? All signs point to one thing. The Ancelotti era at Real Madrid might not end in June. It could be over by the end of April, right after the Copa del Rey final. Is the trust officially running out? Too much talk about Brazil, too little spark from Madrid, and behind the scenes the club's already deep in talks about who's gonna lead them at the Club World Cup. And here's where it gets spicy. According to Fabrizio, Xabi Alonso is still plan A, top priority. But here's the catch. He's under contract with Leverkusen, getting him out right now. Not exactly easy. So Madrid are preparing a temporary solution, a kind of fire extinguisher to get through the Club World Cup. The shortlist: Santiago Solari and Raúl. Yep, Solari, the déjà vu experiment, and Raúl, currently coaching Castilla. It's the classic stick with our own approach. Alonso, for his part, already dodged a direct answer when asked about Madrid, said, "It's not the time to talk about the future, but come on, we know what that means." When Real Madrid come calling, silence is basically a yes in disguise. As for Carlo, he's holding on. Says he wants to finish the season strong, win trophies, but meanwhile, Brazil want him this summer. They want a coach before the Club World Cup kicks off, which, for Real, is right at the end of the season. And that's where it could all collapse. If Ancelotti leaves after the Copa final and Alonso isn't freed in time, we get an interim coach for the Club World Cup. Perfect chaos. So here's the question. Is this all about saving the Copa and La Liga? If Real crash out, Carlo's gone. If he wins, maybe he stays. But how long can the club afford to sit in limbo? More importantly, aren't they risking losing Xabi Alonso altogether if they wait too long? Florentino doesn't want to look weak in front of the fans, so he's laying the groundwork early. Alonso is plan A. Raúl and Solari? Just in case. But let's be real. The fans won't forgive another summer of déjà vu. They want change. Not a repeat of 2018, not another spin on the same merry-go-round. Now imagine it. Xabi Alonso walking out onto the Bernabeu as the boss. You smell that? That's the scent of a new era. But will Madrid act before everything burns down? Or wait until it's too late to put out the fire? Greenwood to Liverpool? A former Red Devil with a baggage of scandals, and now he's supposed to be the next hero of Anfield. Let's break this down. Mason Greenwood actually started off strong at Marseille. 18 goals, 3 assists in 30 games. Elite numbers, no doubt. French fans were dreaming he'd become the face of a new era. But instead, he's back making headlines. For all the wrong reasons. To the point where his own teammates reportedly went to the club and said, "It's him or us, get him out of the dressing room." Yeah, that's how bad it got. And just when you think he might take a step back and work on his discipline, boom, here comes Liverpool. Apparently, Arne Slot sees him as some kind of savior, the one to lead the Reds into a new era. For how much? 75 to 80 million euros. That's almost triple what he was worth when United shipped him out. Genius move. Or just pure desperation. And here's the real question. Is Greenwood really worth that kind of money and risk? On the pitch? No doubt. The guy's a beast. Mad technique. Fast. Deadly finisher. But off the pitch, that's where it gets toxic. From the scandal that blew up his career in England to the mess at Getafe. Now even France is saying non merci. So why would Liverpool go for this walking controversy? Does Arne Slot truly believe he can change him? Or is Anfield just setting itself up to step on the same rake again? But here's the craziest part. How will the fans react? We're talking about a guy who used to wear United's badge. The ultimate enemy. And now he could be wearing red. The other red. That's a straight up brain explosion. And what if, just imagine, he starts scoring, dragging Liverpool forward? Will the fans forgive his past? Will United fans ever forgive that move? Or is Greenwood about to burn every single bridge and go full villain arc? Maybe, just maybe, Liverpool are doing this to troll the hell out of United. Who knows? Right now, it feels insane. Risky, wild, totally unpredictable. But hey, that's football. It's chaotic, dramatic, sometimes painful, and we live for it. And you know what? I'm genuinely curious to see how this plays out. This summer window, it's gonna be.